Entire neighborhoods gone this morning after devastating wildfires tore through Spokane County, leaving hundreds of families with unimaginable loss. More than 600 structures have been destroyed, and firefighters continue battling dangerous conditions as crews search, protect what's left, and assess the damage.
And right now we want to show you this live look outside where you can see a thick plume of smoke and haze kind of still in the distance blanketing our region as firefighters continue to battle the Spokane area fires.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Jenny Power. Thank you so much for joining us for this special edition of KREM 2 News.
This is a heartbreaking morning, Jenny, across our community. We're going to be bringing you the latest on the fires, the neighborhoods hit the hardest, and the evacuation updates.
Yeah, and we'll also share how you can help or support those who have lost just so much in the last 24 hours.
But first, we do want to give you an update into our newsroom from overnight. Governor Bob Ferguson announcing he will be in Spokane this morning to meet with responders and monitor the emergency response. We're still working to find out what time he will be speaking. We're checking in with our photographer for updates, and we'll, of course, keep you posted. We do know this morning that fire crews are fighting all the fires in Spokane County as one fire. They're calling them the Spokane Area Fires, kind of like a complex. And the California Interagency Incident Management Team 7 is taking over the command of the fire as of this morning. The team helped fight the Palisades fire in the Los Angeles area last year, so they do have experience fighting fires in residential areas. And here's how they're approaching the Spokane Area Fires, which they say, this is a direct quote, they call it the #1 priority in the whole nation.
Okay, yeah, my name is Tom Stokesbury. I'm the lead public information officer for California Interagency Incident Management Team 7. We assumed command of the fire at 9 o'clock this morning. We just finished our in-brief. We arrived here in Spokane last night about 9 o'clock. We immediately sent our operations folks out to the field. We immediately tied in with the Spokane Fire Department and all the other resources that were out there. Fantastic job done by them. Really some heroic stuff being done out there, both in coordination with the local law enforcement and your local fire departments. As of this morning, the Spokane Area Fires is what we're calling these fires. We've created a social media page, Facebook, Spokane Area Fires, along with INCIWeb has a page, Spokane Area Fires. Those fires consist of the Old Trails Fire, the Fairview Fire, and the Autumn Lane Fire. Now, as the Fairview Fire has not moved much, it's around 700 acres, and it's been kept within its footprint, so we're holding on to that success. The Old Trails Fire is a little over 3,500 acres. We're still looking for some valid mapping on that, and so we have a lot of work going on in there. The most active one we have right now is the Autumn Lane. The new acreage on that is a little over 3,300 acres, and we have a tremendous amount of local and resources that we brought in. Our fire, as of this morning, is the #1 priority in the nation. So we have a lot of resources on order, and they'll be coming in today, tomorrow, and the next day.
And are you aware of any structure numbers or anything like that?
Right now, our initial estimates from the firefighters on the ground are going to be roughly 600. That's give or take. That's not been validated, but it's right around that number for now. Now, that's going to include inhabitable residences and outbuildings. Okay. But there was a lot of structures that were saved, and we have a lot of structure protection groups in there right now still working to protect those.
Anything that I may not have asked that you want to let people know about?
I would just say this is still a current active firefight. The weather is still going to be a little challenging today over the next couple days. We have a lot of firefighters on the ground. We're working really hard to keep these 3 fires, in their current footprint.
We will take a look at current numbers for each of the fires, starting with the largest fire. That's the Old Trails Fire burning on the northwest side of Spokane. So that fire burned just over 3,500 acres as of this morning. That number obviously still changing. We'll keep you updated on that. But we do know level 3, go now, and level 2, get set evacuations are in place. The Old Trails Fire, of course, started yesterday afternoon in the Airway Heights area, quickly spread, and then once it jumped the river, that's when it became extremely dangerous and continued to start burning some homes. You're taking a look at new video into our newsroom. As the sun rose this morning, we were able to get in closer to see some of the homes, and we know that many of you have been reaching out to us, asking us, where this video was shot, and just to get an idea of if their homes were affected. And our crews on scene telling us that they did get into the area, and there were many people trying to see what's left to see if they could salvage anything. And we're continuing to track the Fairview Fire, which broke out yesterday just east of US 395 near the North Spokane corridor. Latest numbers there show about 700 acres burned. There are still level 3 go now evacuations still in place, and a closer look at those evacuations here just in a little bit. Meantime, the Autumn Lane fire now forcing evacuations on both sides of the Spokane River near Riverside State Park. The fire at last check burning 3,300 acres. Some good news, 2 of the evacuation areas for that fire have been downgraded to level 1 get set. So there's a Facebook page called Spokane Area Fires. This is where officials will post updates. This is the official account. That's where you can find the very latest on the response to the Old Trails, Autumn Road, and Fairview fires. You can see right now over 1,000 people in that Facebook group. This is a really great resource to get up-to-the-date information. Now we want to get over to Jenny Power, keeping a close eye on what things look like in terms of evacuations, and as well as we have some video of what it looks like outside right now. This is a really hard day for our community. This is a video into our newsroom that I got from someone yesterday showing an Indian Trails neighborhood on fire. This was on Wiley, I believe. And this just shows just how fast the fire spread and how quickly it burned those homes. Some homes untouched while others burned to the ground. Really hard to see of those fires actively burning. And then this morning we went to the scene to see what it looks like right now. And you can see there are still some active fires still burning and smoldering this morning. There was even some water still coming from homes and possible gas still keeping those fires burning. It was really incredible images and really hard to see. And we know some of you waking up seeing this for the first time, this is really hard to see if you were directly impacted. So we are definitely thinking of all of you and keeping you in our prayers. And new this morning, we're also getting numbers from the California Incident Command Team estimating, again, about 600 structures have burned so far. We do also want to add a little bit of some context there that this does not mean 600 homes. It could mean outbuildings, other types of structures, garages, different type of things. So keep in mind that the number 600 is all encompassing of structures. And of course, those evacuations still in place this morning. So now let's get to Jenny Power on those evacuations. Jenny, tell us more about who is under that level 3 go now, and then who needs to just be ready.
Yeah, Tim, because as we take a look here across the region, we're going to be focusing on all of the level 3 evacuations. And the first one that I want to start with is still for the Old Trails fire, which is the largest level 3 evacuation area that we have. So it is still including areas just north of Airway Heights. It is as far west as Lyons Road here, as far south as West Trails Road, as well as just east here is North Assembly. So again, level 3 evacuations indicating that danger is still imminent or current and to evacuate immediately. We still have all of this area as well under that level 3 evacuation for the Old Trails fire. It does go along the Spokane River here as far east as North 9 Mile Road. You can see it kind of curving there, and it does include further north here as we take a look at my referencing some of my notes here. Further north up along toward Hastings, you can see there it includes the lower Little Spokane natural area, and it is far east as North Division. So that's focusing on the level 3 evacuations for the Old Trail fires. We do have level 2 evacuations still as far north as East Magnesium for this fire, as far west as North Nevada, and then as far south as West Francis, and as far east as North Division. So that's the information on the Old Trails fire. We do still have level 3 evacuations in place, now expanded even this morning for the Autumn fire. So this is the next one that I want to focus in on here, because it is including here as far north as this North Monroe Road. So we have seen this actually upgraded still this morning. Again, when we see these level 3 evacuations, it is important that you heed them and you go now. It even goes along the Spokane River a little bit further east here of that level of 3 evacuation level for the autumn fire, and it goes as far east as North Dover Road. So that's kind of the latest information that we have, and we have even seen part of this region downgraded to a level 1. But with these levels here that the emergency management puts out, this is to make sure that you are prepared to potentially evacuate because of the risk of the fire danger in your area. So level 1 evacuations for this entire area. It is primarily impacting a lot of the 9 miles neighborhood going along the Spokane River as far as that northerly border goes, and as far south as Pruitt and Foremound. Now, I do also want to show you some of the level 3 evacuations that we have in place for the Fairview Fire that is burning in the Meade area. So as we continue to take a look here a little bit further east, all of these areas shaded in red are under that level 3 evacuation for the Fairview Fire. So for that one, it is as far west as North Market Street. It is as far south here as Pleasant Prairie. It is far east as North Forker, and it becomes North Peck a little bit further north up here. And then that northerly border is going to be the East Mount Spokane Park Drive. A reminder for you that your evacuation shelter is the Spokane Convention Center, and if you have any livestock, you can take it to the Spokane County Fairgrounds. I do want to take us back a little bit further up north here, where we do have this morning some level 2 and level 1s associated with the autumn fire. So level 1 evacuations for these areas that are shaded in green. It is as far west as Austin Road, and then we have the marker of 395 as that eastern border here of those level 1 evacuations. This goes as far north as Wild Rose Road, and this is impacting even the Wild Rose Prairie area if you live there. I know that it does get a little bit more rural the further north that we look, but we do have some of those new evacuation notices this morning for you. Level 1, that is to be prepared to leave here. It is on the lower tier, but they can quickly be upgraded to level 2s when it comes to that escalating fire danger. Level 2 remain in place here for these areas that are shaded in yellow. Again, just north of, let's see here, for that exact street here, Pine Bluff. So be aware of that, folks. And again, if you are under a level 2 evacuation, but maybe you need more time, maybe you have livestock or pets, it is advised here to leave sooner rather than later, as this situation is going to be volatile. We'll continue to keep a close eye on these evacuations, though, and we also have them posted online. Tim?